The Fantasy Footballer Studio is sponsored by Walmart. Welcome to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Oh, welcome in. It's football time.
That was more staccato than usual. I liked it.
We're at the point of the year where I don't know what's going to happen, but I can't keep doing it the same way.
Yeah, makes sense.
Thursday, October 30th. Welcome in, one and all, the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Mike, the Fantasy Hitman, Jason Moore, Andy Holloway. Deucer's Alley.
Got an upgrade today.
Full of deucers. Well, not completely full.
Yeah, that's why it's
you got the big deucer, you got the old deucer, and then the young one's not here today.
Thank goodness.
And we've got a busy show. We've got starts of the week.
Did you say the big deucer?
Yeah.
He did. No. Oh, he's working on that, Andy.
I you know what? I genuinely just meant it because it's
like
kind of
the primary,
people
like
don't
the
understand.
main producer.
Yeah, it's kind of a joke, right? It's Deucer's Alley.
Right. Producers, not
it's
dump
producers,
truck.
not a dump.
Yeah.
But I kind of meant it in the dump context. Not so much
so it's like a big,
not the scale size.
I promise Jeremy takes bigger dumps than Papa Josh. I promise.
He once told me he's like a 4-time-a-day guy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
Nobody's more regular
each time
than our producers.
Each time up out of the bowl,
and yet
each
he
time.
doesn't have the toilet.
that part's not true.
Up out of the bowl.
You have to clarify. Like people are like, they might think that's true. It's called a joke.
If anybody out there has been lifted out of their toilet by their excrement,
Randy Marsh style? Hot.
If that happens, I want to know. I don't want a picture. I just want to know. This is the worst start to a show.
Yeah, we got a long show today, boys.
Right.
Let's keep
get
it
in.
moving.
Let's get into it.
Mike is just, yeah. Because
I was like, I got a text about some leaks that were happening at my house,
fun.
and so then I just heard Big Deucer, and it brought me back into the show, and so I didn't know what was happening.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what was happening. We have starts of the week, the fantasy forecast, NFL news to cover,
and dumps that come up out of the water.
Do you want to remind us when the trade deadline is? Do either of you have that right in front of you?
I believe it's
2 weeks.
Tuesday. I want to say no, not. Yeah, let's just look it up. It's quickly approaching. I know that there's some rumors about the Patriots acquiring a running back.
Tuesday, November 4th. It's this Tuesday,
which has to destroy Mike's heart and soul. I
already knew they were dumb, so
yeah.
The New England Patriots going to get a running back.
Hold on, they're dumb.
Yeah.
But they drafted the guy you love in Travion Henderson.
Oh yeah.
So were they dumb to draft that guy?
No, they're dumb because of the mismanagement.
Yeah. See the flaw in the logic, though?
They can't be both.
Yeah, they
you
can't be.
Of course you can be both. You can go get something and not know how to use it.
So you're saying that their GM is smart and their head coach is stupid.
Correct.
I think it might be the opposite.
And what's their record?
Oh, not undefeated.
Yeah, I mean,
just because you're winning games doesn't mean you can't be better.
So we're a fantasy football show.
Yeah.
Do you genuinely believe that they're doing the wrong thing?
Yes, I genuinely do.
So when he fumbles on the goal line, that was the right thing?
Okay, so Ramondre hasn't done that multiple times
I'm not
this
defending
year?
that. I'm not defending Ramondre.
No.
You're defending Travion.
My point for Henderson is we haven't had a chance to truly see, give him real work. Find out what happens.
I would agree
That's
with
what
you.
I mean.
I do agree with you. Now, obviously, from a fantasy football context, I very much want Travion to be unleashed, to be given a ton of work. I would agree with you that if they were to give him
10 for 75 against the Cleveland Browns, that's not exciting.
If they were to give him, 60-70% of the workload, give him a lot of opportunities a game, I think they would be more productive in a yardage standpoint, and it would be good for their offense. However, as much as I hate to admit it, hate to ever talk about it, there are the truths to the old world coaching, defense, run game, slow the ball down.
Ramondre slows the ball down.
Yeah, I mean, clock management, pass protection, all that crap is real. And it's like I don't know how many drives they might have been more explosive and how many drives might have ended in a sack or ended in something that is a worse play than the explosive nature when Travion Henderson has the ball in his hands.
There's a lot that goes into it, right? And generally, what we can guarantee is that 99.9% of the time, if a superstar exists, they're playing football. They're getting a ton of snaps. Like Ken Walker's another example. Like if Ken Walker was doing everything he was supposed to do, he would be playing a ton. He's just not.
Perhaps.
I mean, we're like 5 years in on that one. I mean, the NFL evaluates by so many different metrics that go beyond are you efficient? Otherwise, Gus Edwards, every 7 a carry for 5 years in Baltimore. I mean, even the JCM thing is actually a good example of this. Because they didn't give JCM all the work. They gave Chris Rodriguez and Jeremy McNichols a bunch of work, and everybody yelled at Washington. They're just like, what are you doing? This is stupid. This is your best player. You got to play him. Oh, my gosh, oh, my gosh, oh, my gosh. Finally, they're like, okay, we'll do it. They get nothing. He was super efficient before they gave him everything. They get nothing now.
Yeah.
It's just, it's frustrating. And we all want to see. I love Travion. The
maybe
person,
what we
the player,
want,
the
maybe
man.
what we actually want is we just want Travion Henderson to be awesome. Why don't you just do that?
I want an opportunity. That's what I want.
I believe he is good. I have not.
What's an opportunity, though?
An opportunity means 15 touches.
Yes.
That's what an opportunity
15 touches, give him real targets.
I think they tried to do this a little bit this year.
Oh man, I don't remember them giving him enough work.
He's fumbled. Ramondre's fumbled. They have more trust in Ramondre right now.
I mean, that was his first.
And then they're going to add a running back.
That was his first fumble of the year. So 8 weeks in.
I was thinking of Gibson, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gibson and
Don't do
Ramondre
that.
fumble a lot.
Wasn't it Travion that had never fumbled in college?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And
what
was
a
a
slap
great
in our
pass
faces.
protector
Yes.
in college. A lot of the reasons it's super ironic because a lot of the reasons Mike was so in on Travion this year were actually targeting
pass
what
protection
has
and
happened.
Yeah, pass protection and
ball
fumbles.
security and pass protection, 2 hallmarks, and you're like Vrabel cares about these things, and then somehow not with him.
That's the part that's frustrating. Like I really do trust Mike Vrabel.
Me too.
I trust
man.
him tremendously.
He's
There's
so
stuff
good.
happening at practice that makes him literally play another 5-minute back, and now at the trade deadline, they're looking to get another running back.
Yeah, something is happening, I trust Vrabel.
Yeah, there's not enough.
But that does not mean that Travion Henderson is not an explosive running back who would be great if he gets opportunity.
Would you trade a second under all conditions to go get him in a dynasty league?
Yes.
I would, yes, currently.
Would you trade a late first?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
probably
Would you rather have Caleb Johnson or Travion Henderson in a dynasty league?
Henderson.
Travion.
Okay. Just curious. Didn't expect this conversation to go this way.
Yeah.
We want to get back to toilets. We can do that. Jointhefoot.com is our fantasy football community if you want to head over there. And you can check out the premium in-season tools, the lineup optimizer. It's a great way to, you jump in the ultimate dashboard, you get spot starts, waiver pickups, all customized to your league. You can import all of your leagues and have a quick tool to get between them. And we're going to be adding some new tools very soon. You get a bonus episode of the show every week, which we'll record today, the Footcast. And you can learn more about that at jointhefoot.com. Let's talk some news.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Oh, shucks.
What?
Tyler Shuck is getting the start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They hit the button. I'm not calling this one. Oh, well, I didn't think they would revolt. I wanted just a Gronk busted, but okay.
You got fully booed. Tyler Shuck's going to start for the Saints.
Honestly, this isn't a boo for me. This is Spencer Rattler, you gave him another real chance, and it's looking like it won't get to the level that you need. So try out the second-round pick.
The question is going to be, what does this do for the weapons? What does this do for Kamara and Olave? That's it.
Right.
And my guess is that it's very, very neutral, just a sideways step to where you're still going to have a lot of targets and not a lot of production. The hope is that this change and potentially a Shakir trade, which has been rumored, Shaheed.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about?
Hopefully this is a positive. They're able to move the ball more. What we do know is that Kellen Moore pushes the pace. So the opportunity for fantasy goodness with the Saints is definitely there. If Shuck has it, this will be fantastic for fantasy, but more than likely it's a sideways neutral step.
It is good if you I think there's two players that I kind of been opposite directions on. I think it's probably negative for Olave. I don't know if your volume can go up from there, and I think they're going to manage Shuck differently than Rattler. It could be good for Kamara in the fact that, Derek Carr's magic way of moving the football, he understood the assignment, right? It was check the ball down to Alvin Kamara over and over and over again. Maybe Shuck can get back to that. We don't have the targets that Kamara needs to be successful now.
We don't know his tendencies.
Right.
So I'm with Jason. I think it'll just be sideways.
Terry McLaurin, this is a bummer, man.
Yeah.
The Commanders wide receiver who just came back from a quad injury, just re-hurt his quad, and Jaden Daniels is a full practice.
It's the Grandpa Simpson gif.
You watched it.
Yeah, comes in, hangs the hat.
You watched that game, and there were just a ton of mistakes by non-Terry McLaurin wide receivers. I mean, Jalen Lane had multiple chances to get first downs. He couldn't do it. They were driving on the first drive of the game. You think the momentum's all in their favor, and Debo just lets it bang off his face mask out into the sky for an interception. They need Terry McLaurin back.
Yeah,
he's not been the same fantasy quarterback without him.
No, he has not. And Terry McLaurin, in his short stint back healthy, was really good. Went and got an awesome touchdown and was like, oh, and then re-aggravated. So this was one we were waiting on. We didn't know because the game was, they were losing by a lot. Maybe he didn't come back in. The fact that he's ruled out already for this week and it's a re-aggravation of an existing quad injury makes me feel like he's like I wonder if he's droppable. And I don't want to overstate it because this news is not that they're putting him on the IR. If they put him on the IR, then I would say droppable. You got 6 weeks left before playoffs or whatever. But it's just worrisome going forward.
How many
I don't
did he
know.
miss? 3 or 4.
I think he missed
3 or 4 games, and it's like if you are.
He missed 4.
So is he missing 4 again because of a re-aggravation? Because 4 didn't get it done.
in 4 weeks is their bye week. So if he misses 3 more and then has a bye and comes back, then he would be there for the start of the fantasy.
You know who
playoff.
they play in the fantasy championship week?
It's
a team you really like.
Yeah,
it's a team you really like.
baby.
I don't think
you don't drop.
You
Terry.
can't drop that.
You can't drop that.
They're playing against Dallas.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah, they're playing against Dallas.
Should probably be trying to line up your
Oh,
your
yeah.
starts against Dallas
Yeah.
in the fantasy
Okay.
playoffs.
Yes.
I mean, when you hear my start of the week today, there's only one circumstance that is even permissible.
Yeah. I know it, and it's disgusting, and it's
So we got
acceptable.
we Minnesota, the Chargers, and Washington.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
If you got that bye week, if you're one of the best, a lot of leagues out there have bye week for the first 2
Oh
teams.
man, Mike is not going to get to play Jefferson if he's got the bye.
Oh no!
Yeah, I know. Puka Nacua limited in Wednesday's practice. I saw some video. He looked good. Marvin Mims didn't practice with the Broncos. Big names for the matchups we're getting into today. Drake London returning to a limited practice. Ramondre didn't practice with the toe injury. The time has been now for 7 weeks.
I mean, it seems like this is the week where either they trade for a running back and put just a nail in the coffin on TreVeyon Henderson, or TreVeyon Henderson is pretty much forced into getting the opportunities.
Yeah, right. It's Terrell Jennings
By the way,
time.
the only reason that we kind of debate what was going on, I want to be very clear. I am actively rooting for TreVeyon Henderson to succeed. I am just not willing to fall on the coach is dumb, the team is dumb. I'm putting it all on TreVeyon to earn the spot. I'm saying go do that.
I think
go
that's
earn
fair.
this. Go earn the spot and dominate, and that's what I'm rooting for. That's what I want from.
It
I
might
want
be
it from
this
him.
week. It might be this
I
week.
want it from Harvey. I want it from any of these young players. I want them to go earn it.
Say Caleb.
I want Caleb to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because
I don't. Jalen Warren for life.
Well, yeah, you
hate
you make sense. Yeah, Jalen Warren
It really
is
sucks
vastly
because-
better than Ramondre Stevenson.
It sucks because last year I was very anti Jalen Warren on the starting him because he was never hitting 10 fantasy points. But I love Caleb Johnson, so I'm kind of anti Jalen Warren this
Right.
year. But dude, I love Jalen Warren. That guy That guy's a dog.
Jalen Warren loves 10 fantasy points this year.
He is such a smart fantasy football not fantasy. He's such a smart football player. Like everything he does, literally every move on every play, every decision in pass protection, every cut, it's just the right move. I adore that guy.
Josh Downs didn't practice. Now it's a hip injury for Josh Downs.
Goodness gracious.
And it is a juicy matchup this week.
Yeah.
If Downs is fully out, I would say that, like, honorary start of Alec Pierce, like spot start.
Sure.
And then no one practiced for the Bears. They just, the wide receivers, hip, heel, groin, concussion.
Beans, potatoes.
Well,
that would be DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden, and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. My wide receiver start of the week and Mike's tight end start of the week will make a lot of sense here in a second.
That was News and Notes, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. It is time for starts.
Starts of the week, presented by U.S. Bank.
All right, Mike, why don't you kick it off?
All right, my quarterback, we're going with Daniel Jones. He's been a top 12 quarterback in 6 of 8 weeks. We know about the offense, 3rd in completion percentage, 5th in passer rating, 4th in fantasy points per dropback. And they're against the Steelers, who started off terrible, tricked us into thinking perhaps they are getting it back back going, and then they said, no, we got you. That was a trick.
We are bad.
We got you. We are terrible. They are dead last in passing yards allowed in the NFL right now, 273, and they're on pace for giving up the 8th most of all time. So Daniel Jones in a great spot.
I will follow that up. I almost went with Daniel Jones. I wanted to go a little deeper at the quarterback position today just for the sake of pain. Kyler Murray.
I couldn't do it.
Kyler Murray against the Dallas Cowboys.
I wasn't strong enough.
If you need a bucket,
yes. Oh, Jason does.
We'll get you a bucket. We'll get you a little. Yeah, it's not good. 54.5 point over under in a dome.
Do you want to see the Smith on this one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll just give you.
Steel Underpants.
What a world. What a dumb world that Kyler Murray we have to put on Steel Underpants for.
This is the matchup, right? I mean, the Cardinals offense overall on the season, they have had some games recently, and they, Marvin Harrison is looking better than he had looked. You can pick Kyler up off of waivers. This is the perfect spot start if you're a Baker manager. If you're a Jalen Hurts manager, they're going into the bye. If you're planning on Flacco and you feel uncomfortable about the shoulder, I think Kyler is a good pivot there. You might throw out Jason, but this is a player who we've seen it, right? We've seen greatness from him before. Fantasy greatness.
Yes,
actual
absolutely.
fantasy production.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. Was he his sophomore year? He was like quarterback.
Let's see.
Like
we're talking a no 20. I'm not. You're right, Andy. I think he is very playable. However, just to dunk a little bit more, we have no 20-point games from Kyler. We have the highest finish of the week at 16, which he has done. Kyler's been the quarterback 16 3 times and 22 twice. That's what he's done.
Yeah.
It's
been bad. This is nothing to do with Kyler. This is not a take where you're saying Kyler's good or the Arizona Cardinals are good. This is you just saying if there is a quarterback on a week that plays the Dallas Cowboys, you should probably play him.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's a very controlled environment. It's a defense that you can beat. It's not hard to go 202, and he adds rushing floor.
Jeremy, just give him the water.
Nice.
Andy needed
Al
some more.
Borland was hiding in the shadows here. I just told him to smuggle me some water.
Yeah, I know you're trained.
He's just trying to be.
He's trained in theater where it's like you're not allowed to be seen.
You can't break in.
Yeah.
No one cares. Just give him the water.
It's true, no one cares, but
were to smuggle water.
I will say
that is true. Yeah.
I will say you did an expert job of getting the cup out. Right, Mike was talking. No one knew.
Yeah,
if Mike didn't open his mouth, you would have succeeded.
I talked extra long for him to do that.
Yeah,
you did.
All right, I'm going to talk about my start of the week because I can't freaking stand Kyler Murray, and I want to not talk about him. My start of the week is Jordan Love
Oh, man.
Versus Carolina, I know
we're going back.
We're going back. Look, Andy was spot on with Jordan Love being a start of the week last week, and I'm going to stay
What
with
an incredible turn of events here.
I know. So my argument against Jordan Love has really been Josh Jacobs. Like, Josh Jacobs as a running back has been getting so many touchdowns. If it wasn't for Jonathan Taylor being outlandishly high in rushing touchdowns, more would be made, but he's banged up. Like, I don't know how long until Josh Jacobs gets back to full utilization, but it seems like they are monitoring him. He's not by any means a bad play, but they need Jordan Love. Christian Watson back helps. And if you look at they're 13.5-point home favorites against Carolina, and Carolina right now, I mean, they're not great. Love on a per drop back basis has been outstanding. He's third in adjusted completion percentage. He's fifth in yards per attempt. He's fifth in passer rating. It's just been, when they get around the goal line, it's been Josh Jacobs. That's how they score touchdowns. So for fantasy, but right now with Josh Jacobs being banged up and the expected points that Green Bay is going to have, I think Jordan Love's a good play.
My running back start, it's going to be Bam Knight against the Dallas Cowboys.
Bam!
Look, we get one more week before Trey Benson's eligible. We're not sure if he's going to be ready next week or not. I would say he's probably not, but he is eligible. And this is just, it's trying to follow the tea leaves of what's going on with the team of running backs against Dallas. We love it. Michael Carter was released and then re-added to the practice squad. Make sure you're following the reports of if there's any news that Michael Carter is going to regain any type of position, but Bam has been the more productive of the running backs for Arizona for fantasy football, and this is a great spot.
I'm going Kamani Vidal, Sassoon
Oh!
against Tennessee.
It's so silky.
He's been awesome over the last 3
so
weeks
smooth.
with no Hampton. He has been silky smooth, Mike.
He has been
His head coach
everything
is
the truthers wanted him to be. He's doing it right now.
just one of those guys that just earns it. You know, he just earned the spot.
Yeah,
He just earned it with four
Multiple-
running backs
He
going
just-
down ahead
just
of him.
earned it with the opportunities. He's
Hey,
averaging
if
20.
Hendo could do that this week, I will take it.
Yeah, he's averaged 20 opportunities a game, 69% of the snaps, 15.3 fantasy points per game. Chargers heavy road favorites. Titans rush defense has been a constant punching bag in fantasy. Go with Kamani Vidal this week.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Travis Etienne, which is always a scary start, but I think he is good this week. He's playing in a dome in Las Vegas against the Raiders. It's been meh for Etienne. We're going near a month since he got off to such a hot start. However, the last 3 games have been really, really tough matchups when it comes to rush defenses. Kansas City, Seattle, and the Rams are really good rush defenses. Trevor Lawrence is not a quarterback that's going to overcome a great defense. The Raiders, they're not a great defense. They have a great defensive player, and you might look at their rush defense and say, oh, right now no running back one has surpassed 66 rushing yards on them, but that's fine because Travis Etienne is getting involved in the receiving game. He's had a ton of targets this year, and really when you look at who the Raiders have played and their game scripts, like over the last 6 weeks, the Raiders are 26 in schedule-adjusted fantasy points allowed to running backs. I don't think this is a scary matchup. And the workload, you can't just look at the raw data of like carries and targets. Look at the percentage of running back carries and the percentage of running back targets. It has been Etienne's show. You might look and be like, oh, he's really going down in utilization. He's not at all. It's just their games haven't gone well for them in tough matchups, and they've had to throw the ball more. So I think this is a good start to get Etienne back in your lineup.
All right, we'll take a quick break and come back with our wide receiver tight end starts.
All right. We are in the heart of the fantasy season, and the injuries are already piling up. ACLs, stingers, and turf toes, oh my. In fact, the only thing right now that feels good is having the perfect backup ready to go. So wouldn't it be great if you had a perfect backup in real life too? With Progressive, you get more than just a policy. You get a playbook full of coverage options that you can count on for your home or for your auto. You want to customize your protection? No problem. You can build your coverage just like your fantasy team, making sure you got the right players in every position and a backup plan when you need it most. And when life throws an audible, like that fumble in the driveway or a hailstorm at home, Progressive is there with 24/7 support. Don't get caught without a great backup. Visit Progressive.com to quote today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party issuers. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to term, policy, limits, and conditions.
All right, wide receiver time, Mike.
My wide receiver start. I mean, I kind of go back and forth on this guy, but this is a week that I want him in the lineup for sure. It is DK Metcalf against the Indianapolis Colts. You know, it's been a weird season, but he's scoring a lot. The targets are not always there, but I think this is a matchup where they may have to target him more. To keep up with the Colts, you got to score. Opponents are throwing 66% of the time against the Indianapolis Colts. That's the second highest in the NFL because the Colts put up so many points, and I think that they will not struggle to score points on the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And so facto, we got DK Metcalf here as a good start with some high volume. I'm hoping for not just the bull crap. We get 4 targets and maybe we get a touchdown.
I want to give the confidence play to Jalen Waddle this week against the Baltimore Ravens. He's been really good in 3 of the 4 games where Tyreek has been gone. Wide receiver 4, 17-4. Last week against Atlanta, it was great. He is a must start. This is a Thursday night football start. And the Ravens, we know the story. They're 29th in schedule-adjusted fantasy points to wide receivers. I can't imagine a game where Jalen Waddle is not getting a significant amount of target share. Oh, injuries as well. Certainly.
I was trying to predict.
No, I mean, he'll limp off 3 or 4 times and then limp back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My wide receiver start of the week, Michael Pittman Jr.
This makes me so happy.
Oh,
this is to your credit, this is borderline not even a start of the week.
Well, yeah, he's the wide receiver 7.
I mean, this
on
is
the
like
season
this is
right
just
now.
like
Did
a
you guys realize that?
Yeah, because we said it on the show.
Ah, okay, cool. I wasn't listening. I mean, he has been the number 1 target for the number 1 offense, and you don't ask for much more than that. Mike, you brought up how bad Pittsburgh's defense has been on some of the pump fake stuffs with your Daniel Jones start. Josh Downs is hurt, so Michael Pittman is one of those guys where I think people are waiting for it to stop, and I don't think it's Michael Pittman.
The city is strong.
Yeah, the city they built that city with huge walls. And
what's the taxes like in that city?
No taxes.
No taxes?
None.
In Pity City?
I feel like you guys have paid a lot of taxes over the years.
Oh, yeah. It's on a year-by-year basis.
We had to rebuild the city.
Yeah, and we rebuilt it with former taxes. Now we're just living in luxury.
Now you're a tax-free environment.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just clarifying the economics.
No, it's important.
All right,
Free
tight
internet.
ends, Mike. Free internet.
I'm going with Colston Loveland, a.k.a. apparently Mr. Bigglesworth. Jason.
Yeah,
What?
that's right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you
missed that when you were
I
gone.
missed a show and you named him Mr. Bigglesworth?
Well, to be fair, Kyle named him Mr. Bigglesworth.
That is
and we
not
accept it. Because
I agree.
Nelson Taylor has no dog in him, and I'm telling you, Colston Loveland has no dog in him. None.
Okay, so wait, Mr. Bigglesworth, is that a cat?
That's right. You don't remember Mr. Bigglesworth?
Gosh. Yeah.
From what?
Austin Powers.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's a cat in Austin Powers?
That's right.
That's Mr. Bigglesworth?
Let me get
Loveland. How does that work there, Al? Okay, you're petting the cat?
He's petting the cat, the hairless Mr. Bigglesworth.
It has been like 20-something years
I
since
know,
I've seen the movie. I
will
just
say-
need a refresher.
I will say I did think about that leaving yesterday's shows. Like, the majority of our audience has no idea that Mr. Bigglesworth is a cat, but they get it because Colston Loveland doesn't have
sounds
that
like
dog.
you want
wanna
a name.
Is this depressing to know that it's 28 years ago when that movie came out?
Yeah, it's a little
The
bit
first one?
depressing.
Yeah.
I will say, just like Mason Meowson Taylor, you don't have to have the dog in you to be good at fantasy football. I love this start of the week,
So here's the argument for him.
but no dog.
Cole Kmet, that's fine. Well, TBD. Cole Kmet was out last week, and finally the number 10 pick of the draft saw a season highs, 81% of the snaps, 5 targets. It only turned into 38 receiving yards, but we saw a target inside the 5. We love that. And it times up with the matchup that the Bengals are dead last.
I was gonna say this is the best matchup for tight ends.
Yeah, so you get the opportunity, you get the matchup. I like it. I think we could start him.
I also think you can start Kyle Pitts this week. The name might bring a grimace to your face. Maybe the theme of my starts
Wait
of the
a minute.
week
Hold
is-
on.
Yeah.
Because, Andy, what happened was
This
when
is
we were talking about
important.
Colston, I was like,
Wait, are you going back to Colston Loveland?
Yes,
Yes.
of course we are. This
because
is
your
important stuff.
comment.
What was my comment?
Just let me set it up. During the show, I was like, okay, well, you guys, you better come up with a cat pun right now. And there were some that were
There were
thrown
three
out,
options.
and Mr. Bigglesworth was the best option. That's where we got
by
to.
far the best option. That's how bad the other two options
Catston
were.
Loveland?
Catston Loveland was right there.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
I said, was that not good enough for you?
That would have won.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, that one seems really
And no one came up with. Wait,
Jeremy,
you can't miss any more shows.
I missed a day, and I can't. No one could come up with Catston Loveland.
Catston Loveland.
Jeremy came up with Colston Meowland.
Wow!
I know.
Did you call him out on the show?
Yes,
we
it
said
was
it
so
was
bad.
Why do you think it's Mr. Bigglesworth?
And Cheshire
He
Loveland
took
was
the
the
word
other one.
meow and jammed it straight into the name.
Colston
What was the second-
Loveland and
Wow! Look, that's
Catston is right there, guys.
Catston Loveland.
this is why we're
it's
the
a
creatives on the
failure.
show.
Is that
I
better
mean-
than Mr. Bigglesworth?
I mean, I feel like maybe.
Catston? Yes.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, can I
I'm
get back
updating.
to saying another disgusting name?
Yeah, that's fine.
Start of the week, Kyle Pitts at New England. Pitts has the third most receptions among all tight ends. That is not a lie. He's on pace for 114 targets, 95 receptions. He has a safer floor at the tight end position, and the Patriots suck against the tight end position. If you watched the game last week that the Patriots eventually dominated, do you remember the play that Harold Fannin scored the touchdown on?
I do.
Because there wasn't anybody in his
No,
zip
he
code.
was wide open.
He was wide open. That's their weakness. And they are almost dead last in schedule adjusting against tight ends. I'm going Kyle Pitts. It's a good one.
All right, we've had too many disgusting names. I'm going to bring up a star, Brock Bowers. He is back. You've been waiting for it. This is the return. And people, I've seen a lot of – did you know that the number one question right now?
Oh, man, I wanted to boo you for using this as the name, but now I know our number one question is a Brock Bowers or somebody.
Yeah, the number one question right now, and I'm curious where you stand on it, is Brock Bowers or Gadsden. What a world that coming into this year.
Somebody also asked about Gadsden versus like Huge, and my opinion on both of these answers is actually the same. It's just that like, why not just write it?
Yeah,
You're three.
yeah.
What is the NBA Jam rules? Right,
He's on fire, yeah.
He's on fire right now.
Is he at 3?
No,
He's at 3.
He's at 2.
Then he's heating up.
Whoa,
He's heating up.
No, I think he's at 3.
Okay, so 3 weeks ago, 7 for 68, pretty good, but he was the tight end 17.
7 for no. That's
okay.
heating up.
All
That's
right,
your heating
okay.
up phase.
All right, that's fine. That's
You're not
fine.
on fire
We'll say he's
yet.
on fire. But
I stay in the flames. It saves me watching the.
would you start him over Brock Bowers?
I would do that this week. Yes, I would.
Okay, so I would start Brock Bowers personally. I think the Tennessee matchup, they're 6th against tight ends. That's who Gadsden's facing.
I mean, Bowers should be great.
Bowers should be great. He hasn't played since week 4, and the Raiders' offense has absolutely just been terrible since then. They really need him. I expect him to be pummeled with targets at home
That
against
sounds
the Jags.
so violent.
Yeah, I mean,
Pummeled?
if Geno can do some push-ups, and I want him to pummel Brock Bowers with the ball. But the Jaguars, they're 24th in schedule-adjusted
I'd like him
fantasy
to
points
catch
allowed to
the
tight
ball.
end. So I'm putting him right back in my lineup. I know he wasn't good before leaving.
He's been hurt
He's been
since week 1.
pummeling. Gino's been pummeling.
We've
the
been
opponent
waiting
with
for this.
interceptions.
We've been waiting for this moment, and so
All right.
I'm giving permission to put him right back in my lineup.
I think most people. I talked to a
Who
couple
would you
people
do,
this
Mike, on
week.
Gadsden versus?
I think I'd stick with Gadsden.
Okay, all right.
Most people that have waited for Bowers will be playing Bowers. I've talked to a few this week that are like, I didn't wait this long to trade him
Yeah.
away. I didn't wait this long not to get him in there.
This
But
is
if
not
you picked up Gadsden and you have that decision, I get it. I think both will be fine.
it's not anti-Bowers. It's pro what's happening with Gadsden.
That
But
was
that's tough.
Yeah, that was Starts of the Week presented by U.S. Bank Smartly Signature Visa Card. Visit usbank.com/smartlycard to learn how you can earn cash back on every purchase. The creditor and issuer of this card is U.S. Bank National Association pursuant to a license from Visa USA, Inc. Some restrictions may apply. It's time for the forecast.
Fantasy Forecast, presented by Prize Picks.
Well, Bye-apocalypse is over, but we still got 4 teams on bye. We get the Cardinals, Jags, Lions, Raiders, Rams, and Seahawks back. We lose the Browns. Oh, darn, I can't play Jerry Jeudy. Oh. Buccaneers, though.
Yeah, that one's big. Baker and Ibuka.
Yeah,
Big
and then the Eagles. That's a huge one.
Oh, yeah.
I am super worried about my team in the Chop League because I'm being like Hurts and Saquon
Oh,
carrying me right now.
the bye week is
And then the Jets.
Well, I mean, the timing for Judkins, Barkley, and Garrett Wilson.
To get healthy?
Yeah, and the Bucks. I mean,
Abuka gets some more time.
Get him a week off.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's start out here. First matchup of the week to talk about today, the Bears at 4-3. Taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 3-5. The Vegas line has Chicago 3-point road favorites. The over-under is 51.5. You like that?
I mean, that's
27 and 24 points?
Yeah, we were here last week with Lamar.
At that number?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm
at
saying,
the expected when they expected Lamar to play.
Yeah, if there's an announcement that Jake Browning is starting for the Bengals, that 51
line will
crater.
Yes.
The Joe Flacco starts for Cincinnati. He's averaged the team has averaged nearly 30 points a game. With Jake Browning, it was 12.
Yes, that's the 50-point might drop to 39.
If you want to know the difference on how we feel about Jamar Chase, look at that. You average 3 times the points, you can be a little bit more confident in the offense.
Yeah. With the shoulder injury, there's definite worry there. If you do look at this and say, I want to take the under, I want to make a wager, please don't do it for future weeks. Just do it on this game. You need to look at both teams.
To me, this matchup with Joe Flacco is very easy. I play everybody. A little worried about the shoulder. A little fragile, but you still play everybody. So I think it's more helpful to think about this. If it's Jake Browning, how do you approach those 3 guys?
I play Chase, and
You
that
play
would be Jamar
Chase.
Chase.
Yes.
And I sit the rest down, and I cry, and I even get depressed about the pass-catching options on the other side because the Bears want to run the football. That's what they do, and they do it well. And if they don't need to do a lot of passing, that sucks for Odunze.
Yeah, and usually against the Bengals, you can do whatever you want. So if you want to run the ball, you're gonna.
It's a user's choice type of.
Yeah, it's just what do you like to do? Do that.
What if you want to run it? We're dead last against it. You want to use the tight end? We're also dead last against it. You want to do quarterback stuff? We let you do quarterback
stuff.
stuff.
Like how far down though for Chase Brown? So let me
Bam Knight or Chase Brown? I mean, I'm going to go Bam Knight.
I would go Bam Knight for
sure. What about Rico against Green Bay?
I would go Rico.
I'd go Rico.
I was interested on Prize Picks. I was looking this morning.
Kind of liking Rico.
You like those quotes?
Yeah. So not only that, but I was looking on Prize Picks.
Those requotes
and the projections for rushing yardage between Rico and Chuba vastly favored Rico. Like that was. I mean, it was like
he earned it.
Yeah. No, he did. He flat out really earned it.
Took an injury.
I don't want to get too much on the if Joe Flacco doesn't play though, because I think Chase Brown's a great play this week. Like I would play Chase Brown over Bam Knight for sure. Should Flacco start, I think the expectation, the current line says that Joe Flacco should start and will. Chase Brown I wanted to make him my start of the week. It's such a good matchup here. The Bears are not a good rush defense, and Chase Brown's been on fire. Or is he heating up? I think. Let's check the rules here.
I think it's fire.
No, he's on fire.
Yeah,
he's on fire. He's had 3 good games in a row after opening the season with Jake Browning being so terrible. And
Jake Browning is a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
yep.
He did. I mean, that's safe. It's really important for safety.
No, you need him around the house.
But you want him like tucked away in
where no one can see
something.
him.
Let's presume though. Right now, I mean the line says Flacco starting. So with the rushing attack by Chicago, we just talked about it. Fantasy points allowed. The Bengals are last against running backs. You're going to start DeAndre Swift if he's healthy. He didn't practice, but nobody did. What about Kyle Monangai? I mean, he's been at 40 to 50% of snaps. He's been more productive. It's the best matchup for running backs. They like to run the football. Are you interested in a flex play there? Like,
I think it's sketchy because he's getting on the field more, but his percentage of the running back attempts, it's kind of held at 39. That's what it's been the last 2 weeks, 25% the week before, and then pretty hit or miss with the targets.
If you're talking about the battle of the backups, like you have to start a backup running back. I'll give you 4 backup running backs.
Perfect.
Personally, I think I would like Monangai the most. Is Jordan Mason against Detroit in Detroit.
Okay.
Kyle Monangai in this matchup. Rashad Smith at Buffalo. Or R.J. Harvey, but at Houston.
I would take
Smith with
I think it'd be hard to sit Harvey down after that game.
I would take Monangai. Just when I'm looking at the backups, I'm looking at the options, the game script, the potential for a touchdown, and I don't think that in Houston there's going to be a lot of points. So that's where I would be playing Monangai. But he is a backup. You're not going to be starting him over.
I'll be starting him.
Well, I know you'll be starting him.
Yeah. Minnesota's 3-4. They take, and we talked about Loveland, start of the week for Mike at tight end. So
any fears with the Dunze?
I don't imagine I
Not
can.
if he plays.
Yeah, I can't put him down or sit him down.
Oh yeah, we don't need to put him
Yeller?
down. Goodness,
Oh no.
take him out.
Minnesota 3-4. We're doing great. Detroit 5-2. Vegas line Detroit minus 8.5. Over under is 48.5. I don't know who the Vikings are,
They don't.
but I
who
know
they are.
that getting on track doesn't usually involve going to Detroit to play the Lions.
No, this is a big bummer of a
Welcome back.
re-debut for
Yeah.
J.J. McCarthy.
I mean, is there still a chance that Max Brosmer would start over McCarthy, or is it solidified?
No, it's solidified. I believe yesterday JJ took every first team rep. He is healthy. He will 100% be the starter in this game.
So in terms of, the schedule and what McCarthy has in front of him, it gets better after this week. You get 2 home games back in Minnesota against bad pass defenses after this week. What is your opinion of Jefferson and Addison this week on the road? Implied point total of 20, heavy underdogs.
I think
How are you looking at the Vikings overall?
game script wise, I think he'll be all right. The Lions will put up points, and while they are the Lions are a scary defense in the real NFL. I mean, your chance of getting your quarterback hit a lot, it's pretty high with the Detroit Lions.
Aiden Hutchinson just made some money.
Yeah, congratulations
Congrats.
to Hutchinson. Got that bag. But in terms of fantasy, the Lions are beatable. The last 6 weeks, they're 25th against fantasy quarterbacks, 3rd against running backs. So I agree that Jordan Mason's, I would sit him down. I think Aaron Jones is a sketchy start. But quarterback, wide receiver, and tight end are where you can exploit for fantasy. And I'm okay with the wide receiver part, not so much the tight end part.
Aaron Jones, would you play him or Kareem
No.
Hunt
Kareem
against
Hunt,
Buffalo?
Try to play Kareem Hunt.
What about Bill against Seattle or Aaron Jones?
Oh,
Aaron Jones, I think he's a better
Yeah.
player. They're
And
both in bad matchups.
Yeah, I agree with that one. By the way, the way I would do extensions for my defensive ends, I'd build out the entire contract. I would set up the bag for Aiden Hutchinson, and then I'd be like, you unlock this in 10 sacks. That's how I'd do it. You get to
very
sign
incentive.
this pin is locked
Right.
away, and you can sign this contract in 10 sacks.
I think he would go to a different team that would say, "We'll just give you
Yeah.
the money."
Yeah, it's probably not a
You
good
can get
strategy.
injured and you get all this.
Jameer Gibbs, yes. Amon-Ra, always. Jamison Williams, occasionally.
This one.
Do we make anything of the? Look, it's coach speak, but Guns Mahoney is a pretty forthright guy.
Yes.
He's not Kyle Shanahan, and he didn't name anyone by name, but
It was JMO.
he said we have guys who are not producing right now, and I don't have the quote in front of me, but it was we have guys who are not getting it done, and we're going to evaluate that over the bye week and see if there's anything that we need to change.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now I on the flip side, right now this season, that is
So
I don't
egregiously frightening.
I don't think that most people listening experience what we experience. We've
They
got
don't.
in-ear monitors, and that
It's really more for you guys.
that
saw-
electricity.
I saw my great-grandparents.
My heart literally just had one of those clear moments.
Yeah.
That's on you guys.
This is the end.
You didn't know that was coming?
I had no idea.
I think even when we know it's coming, it's too much.
That is.
I feel like if I'm
that's fair.
prepped, I can be okay. But anyways, right now Detroit, they had an offensive coordinator change, and we're halfway through the season, and so I appreciate Campbell's quotes. It'll give me some hope for the future. The schedule really opens up going forward, where I think Jamison Williams could have a second half resurgence or surgence. But they're using 12 personnel, at a very high rate, 6th highest in the NFL, higher than any of the previous 3 seasons. Currently, Jameson Williams in that personnel grouping has 1 catch on the season. So if that's just the new Lions, that's scary. You certainly can't start him here, but you watch and you hope that they are manufacturing something for him out of the bye.
I'll be starting him.
I know you'll be
I'm going to
starting.
say that at the end of every matchup with the guy you sit, okay? That's how my team is looking right now, is at the end of you saying you can't start him, I'll be like, and they're in my lineup as my wide receiver 1. Where are you with David Montgomery, though? Because starting him has not been pretty in many weeks. If you catch lightning in a bottle, you get a week 3 against Baltimore, you get a week 5 against Cincinnati.
Yeah,
this is a tougher situation.
Really it's 50-50 right now.
Yeah, he's a fine enough start. I would definitely start him over Aaron Jones at home, favored in a neutral matchup. So he is a startable asset. I will say for here's the opposite of our situations, Eddie.
You're not playing him.
I am benching David Montgomery
for
Travis Etienne. So
Okay.
I'm starting Etienne over Montgomery.
Your start of the week.
That's right.
All right, we'll take a break and jump into some more matchups.
Lowe's knows Sundays are for football, so tackle your home improvement projects by Saturday and earn your Sunday with great deals on Cobalt power tools, Pit Boss grills, LG appliances, and more. Then, once your to-do list is done, get ready to kick back, relax, and enjoy the game. Shop in-store or online now and earn your Sunday with help from Lowe's, official partner of the NFL. With the U.S. Bank Smartly Visa Signature Card, you earn an unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. That's right, every purchase. 2% cash back at restaurants, 2% cash backs at the gym, which you'll need to burn off those restaurant calories. Groceries? Yep, you'll earn 2% cash back on those too. New tires, new outfits, New York City getaway, all earn 2% cash back. Noticing a trend? So whether you're splurging on concert tickets, fueling up for your commute, or shopping for that perfect birthday gift for the bestie, you'll be earning unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Visit usbank.com/smartlycard to learn more. The creditor and issuer of this card is U.S. Bank National Association, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. Some restrictions may apply.
Carolina at Green Bay. Carolina's 4-4. Green Bay 5-1-1 now. Vegas line Green Bay minus 13.5. Over-under's 43.5. If Bryce Young makes it back, he walks into Lambeau Field with a 15-point implied point total.
It definitely seems like Bryce Young will be back. He was starting, and Dalton is injured.
There are how many times? 21 times that the Packers have been favored by 13+ at home. They've only lost one of those 21 games. And, yeah, it should go really, really well for Green Bay in this game.
It should.
You like Jordan Love, Jason, which tells you everything you need to know about the matchup.
Yep.
He looked great. Josh Jacobs, you play him. They're going to keep limiting him to make sure he's back. But Josh Jacobs in this matchup against, even with limited opportunities.
Yeah, it sucks. He's only going to have one touchdown, which is like, boo.
Yeah, for a guy that has Jonathan Taylor, it must be really disappointing
It's
to you.
super disappointing. For a guy who has, I mean, forget Jonathan Taylor, just Josh Jacobs. I prefer when Jacobs gets 2 touchdowns.
Okay. You're more of a 2. What about 3?
I would love that. But
Okay.
he does, I mean, if you look at the last month, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 1, he's injured.
You're super upset. Jacobs, yes. Where are you with the wide receiver room? We've got Matthew Golden, who's waiting for a touchdown. We've got Romeo Doubs doing his 10 fantasy points a game thing. We've got Christian Watson returning and playing
I'm excited for Watson.
56% of snaps. Is it Watson's turn?
I'm excited for it. I don't, like in our listener league, it's a 14-teamer. I was pretty aggressive, went and got Watson. He will be in the lineup. 56% of the snaps turning into 4 for 85, and I saw them talking about Watson, or maybe Watson was talking about his own injury. He was ready to go a week or so ago before they made him active. So they took a full extra.
Well, they took the
week.
whole 21-day window.
So that gives me more
Confidence?
more confidence, more optimism that he truly is healthy. Now, I mean, you got to get into football shape, but I think he'll ramp up, and he's exciting moving forward.
It's really just random there. I would agree that I would want Christian Watson because I think he is the best of the wide receivers there. I've never been a Matthew Golden believer, and Dobbs is
Dobbs is
fine.
Dobbs.
Dobbs is Dobbs.
So
I want
less
the
likely
upside of Christian Watson. The number one wide receiver there, though, is Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
Like Kraft, whew.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely play him. If you wanted to set Rico Dowdle up to fail in a like bell cow opportunity,
This is it.
so that you can pivot back to the guy you paid.
Chuba's like, yeah.
Take it.
Rico, go ahead. Show us what you got.
The Packers are
He's going to rip off 200 yards.
number one in fantasy points allowed to the running back position.
in the fewest.
Yeah, they give up 10.9 total fantasy points to the position.
Oh, so
per
what if
game.
Rico gets 70% of that?
They don't get 7 points.
Okay. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we'll be,
What if he gets
if I was choosing
60%?
between both of those players, which a lot of people are with the Rico, Rico was their guy when Chuba was hurt. I would definitely choose Rico in this game. I would be limiting my expectations for upside.
I agree.
I would be
I
tempted
would play
to
Bam Knight. I would play Bam Knight over Rico.
You'd probably see that's a really interesting talent versus opportunity situation.
Absolutely, because
Rico's a much more talented player.
100%.
So
But
I'm
Rico's
really on the fence there, Mike. What would you do?
I think I'd play Bam.
Okay.
The Cowboys.
I'm going to choose Rico. I'm going
Really?
to say
Hey.
Rico.
I don't blame anyone for that. Just the Cowboys, it's not just a plus matchup. It is the matchup.
Just a plussist.
Yes.
J.K. Dobbins
Plusiest.
against Houston or Rico.
I'm
That's fair.
gonna go Rico.
Wow.
I'm
I would be
going- I'm
Dobbins
going
and
to
Bam
just-
Knight there.
I'm gonna go Rico
Trust
this
the
week.
coach.
It's not. I think manager's expectations have to be part of the discussion with Tet McMillan this week too. It's not a good matchup. Tet is a first down guy, but is he going to score in this game? I mean,
Not likely.
is he going to get to 100 yards? I
Not
don't know if
likely.
either of those things happen. He had a great week last week.
He's going to be 70 for 82. Which or
70 receptions.
7
Let me
for
do
82.
that math.
That's a very bad yards per
but in a PPR.
It's like 1 yard a catch. That's not too bad. 1.17.
I he's a good play this week. It's going to open up for him very soon. I mean,
Would you play Christian Watson or Tet McMillan?
Tet, easily Tet.
Okay. The Chargers are 5-3. They take on the 1-7 Tennessee Titans. The Vegas line, Los Angeles -8.5 on the road. The over-under is 43.5. Gives Tennessee just 17.5 points. The sports cards world is a fairly good temperature check on people's sentiment around
As
players.
Jason would call it a litmus test.
He would call it that. Yeah, he would call it that with some new letters. I'm just gonna say, like, the
In
interest
is not a new ladder. In has been around for as long as all of them.
new to the word.
Okay.
That's all I meant. The Cam Ward excitement has faded entirely. It is
Why?
there is a complete disbelief in Cam Ward, and unfortunately, it's always hard to distinguish when there's been so much dysfunction. You're changing your head coach. You have limited weapons. You have an injured number one wide receiver. You don't have an offensive line protecting him. Like, all these things swirl around, and it's really hard when these rookies, who now 4 straight number one picks, have a change of coach halfway during their first season. But nobody's really a believer in Cam Ward right now, and I just don't know. I know he could do better than he's doing.
I just
don't know how much
I'm really
he could do.
curious because I haven't listened to yesterday's Dynasty show. I know that, Mike,
Yes.
it's gotten better for Cam Ward statistically, but you went back and did a film study on him this week. I know in the very beginning of the game you're like, it wasn't good, but I didn't hear the results of that. So what did you see this last week on film with Cam
So
Ward?
every week on the Dynasty podcast, Borg and Betts pick a guy or a team, and then Jason and I, we do the same thing. We go back, we watch all of their snaps, and this game against the Colts was a disaster. It looked terrible. Like, Cam's not making the right choices when he needs to check down. The offensive line is terrible. No one's really getting open, at least in that one game. people weren't getting open at the clip that they need to, talking about the wide receivers.
Which right now is 2 rookies. Alec
Yeah.
Iomanner.
And an Io Manor
Chimray
had at least
DK.
he had at least 2 disgusting
Is it
drops.
Van Jefferson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the quote of the show was Matthew Betts called the Titans a completely unserious operation right now, and that was
Completely
what I saw. That was the one. I didn't watch every game. I just watched the most recent one.
Well, I mean, we watch every game.
Yes.
every
Well, I'm
week,
saying like
but
I
you
didn't go back to
and-
the
yeah.
I didn't go back to the all 22 for every, but I left it disheartened because of we had our conversation on Tuesday of Chimray DK's his production like last 2 weeks has been okay.
Which you can correlate with a change at
with Callahan being gone. That was
like getting him involved, and he was a high draft pick. He
that was the optimism.
They call him Diet Amon-Ra.
There was the optimism of I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go. Let's go see for sure. And
Hey Jason, I'm playing
rough.
DK in a league. I'm playing DK in a league.
I 100% believe it.
Um,
Wait, you really are though, right?
Yeah, for
You're-
sure.
I mean,
for sure.
This is now we haven't brought this up,
it was
but this is a really important thing to bring up.
what's that?
The Water Bowl. This is a huge, huge matchup going on between Al Borland and Andy this week. So, people, please understand, Andy is not bad at fantasy football. His team sucks raw, rotten eggs, okay?
These were the 2 teams in the championship.
These were the
last
2
year.
teams in the championship. They sold out to get there. It's a keeper league. So
what did it cost you?
It cost them everything.
Everything.
So they
All
are
of our picks.
They
It was
are-
worth it, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, nice. I see
Yeah,
Owl
my
has
5th championship
brought
game
the
loss was super worth
trophy
it.
up to Deucer's Alley.
wants to-
Yeah, he wants to make sure that people know. So, anyways, yeah, okay, guess that.
Essentially,
Their 2
Yeah.
teams are by far the worst 2 teams in our league. They are hot trash. And
molten.
one of them will face the league's punishment, which no one wants to do. It's we use the wheel of water, and every single team in the league gets to do bad things to them with water.
And then you draft wet.
They are facing off this week. And
Yeah, I really want to beat him.
they're pretty much tied right now they're near enough in points and in record where it's like this might not be the entire reason someone finishes last, but it probably is.
It's going to make a big difference.
Because you guys aren't getting many wins, and one of you has to win this week.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, we are.
We-
Yeah, I don't think
Andy, would
either
you
of us
pull up
will
your-
win another matchup
Would
or
you pull
even
up
get
your roster,
median.
please?
He's been giving it to us.
I know.
no.
I just want,
Some of those guys were playing. Okay, you want me to read it?
I do.
Superstar Jaden Daniels.
That's awesome.
He's been super available for me.
No Terry.
Bam Knight.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's a good start.
That's a good play.
My RB2 is Kyle Monangai.
Okay.
I am starting Travis Hunter.
All right.
Okay,
I-
maybe.
I almost made him my start of the week, but I was
I'm
going
starting
ETN.
Jamison Williams.
Okay. He could. He could.
He could is the best way. He could. I think I can. My tight end,
Uh-huh.
who you couldn't get off of free agency because I signed him.
because after
a
you
week
traded,
before.
After you traded me, freaking Darren Waller.
It's Rondé Gadsden.
That's good. Okay.
And then I have a sweet flex combo of Alec Pierce and Tajay Spears right now.
Honestly,
I can honestly see
it
how
could be
that team
worse.
wins. Yeah, it could be.
It
I
could be
thought,
worse.
I
It
thought
could
it was
be
going to be
Jeremy's
worse.
team.
He has Stafford, Harvey, Kyron, DJ Moore, Keenan, McBride, Bourne, Mooney.
this is the perfect mix of he could.
Oh,
We have
this will
some-
be a fun
There's a couple
matchup.
superstars
We
in
gotta,
there.
we gotta.
He could.
Pingree,
If-
Pingree. I know you're listening. We got to post this matchup this weekend on social.
If
people
two
got to follow
people
along.
have broken legs and they race, somebody wins that race. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Like
Someone has to win.
Somebody's the winner.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
You may not finish.
Likewise.
Yeah, you could not finish the race. I'm really appreciative of that timeout for that discussion.
You're welcome.
If you had Pollard or Spears, would you play Pollard over Spears, or would you take the more explosive
Oh man,
play guy?
I currently have Spears higher in my rankings. Pollard has not been efficient or good, and Spears on a limited touch basis has been very explosive. I'm not looking forward to playing him as you have to. But if I had both those guys, I think I would go Spears.
Pollard is limited with a neck injury, at least on Wednesday. Kamani Vidal's my
That's-
start of the week on the
That's
other
not
side.
a common one. A neck injury?
I mean, it's part of the body.
No, I know, but it's just not common.
Okay.
You seen a lot of neck injuries?
I've seen a few, yeah.
Okay. All right, well,
I've
point
been,
them
around,
out.
I've been around the block, man. Lad McConkey was limited with a calf injury. what do we do? McConkey, Allen, Quentin Johnston, Gadsden. If you had Quentin and Gadsden in a flex choice, would you choose the tight end in that situation? That's the stay in the flames versus going back to the wide receiver.
No, I would go Quentin Johnston. If it was a flex, I still believe he is more important to the offense matchup-wise.
Is he actually healthy? Because it has been since the game where he got injured, we have seen nothing for him in terms of production. I know he had the one wide open where Herbert didn't see him. However, production is 40 yards in 82% of the snaps. That's the game he got hurt. Misses a week, comes back, plays the full allotment of snaps, ends with 2 for 30. Then he plays half the game against Minnesota.
Yeah, the snaps this last week was
that was a product of the game, but he still played half and he didn't get a single target.
He's not on their injury report at all. I don't believe.
No,
but it still happens. Though.
Gadsden is making a huge impact on. He's basically a wide receiver for them.
Yeah,
that's why I think that's the one flex decision I would go Gadsden, because he's really a wide receiver in the offense and because he's on fire and he's averaging 17 fantasy points a game when we just got a goose. Like, you don't need to go back to the goose. You got to go to the gander, and that is Gadsden.
Nice.
All right, we're done.
Ganderston.
He's the highest yards per target for a rookie tight end in the last decade.
He's very exciting.
He finds space down the field, and Herbert finds a way to evade pressure, and those two, it works out really well. The way that Quentin Johnston was having success in the beginning of the year. We talked about how hard he was working to come back to the quarterback or to find himself space when
in the very beginning of the year when Ladd wasn't getting it done and Quentin Johnston was the best and Keenan was great. We said this is not going to be that way for Ladd, and then it switched and Ladd was doing great and Keenan was not, and then it switched and now Gadsden's doing great and Quentin Johnston's not. The truth is all 4 of those players are excellent. They can all do it if necessary. Whatever the defense gives them on a particular week, Herbert will take. And it's great for Herbert to have another weapon. It will not be every week consistency from any one of those 4 guys. I think you start all 4 of those guys more often than not and just hope it's your week.
Yeah, Keenan Allen is, believe it or not, the wide receiver 8 on the year. Now, they haven't had their bye, but he is the wide receiver 8, and it has come through 4 games you were happy and 4 games you were sad, legitimately.
Yeah.
So it's roulette right now, where I feel the most confident about McConkey, how he's been coming on of late, and Gadsden. And the other 2, you hope you get the right week. That's how it works. Falcons are 3-4. They take on the 6-2 New England Patriots. Patriots known for managing the running back rotation to a 6-2 record. Vegas line, New England -5.5.
Imagine being 8-0.
That's okay. Yeah, sure. That's the difference.
We can't say for sure.
Imagine being 2-6. Over-under is 44.5. Who do you like in this game? You like New England at home?
Everyone likes New England at home, which means the Falcons are going to destroy them. They're going to show up and be that team that we've seen like 3 or 4 times this year. Well, 3 times this year. The Falcons are a conundrum. They genuinely have looked like a legitimate playoff contender, beating Buffalo, having some awesome showings both sides of the ball, especially their defense, and then they look comically bad some weeks, just like a disaster. Now,
like
obviously
10-34 at home against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, like 30-0 against the Carolina Panthers in a loss. It just comically bad. Now
they smoked the Vikings on the road, right? That was an example of that. 22-6.
It's so wild. So but it's always when you don't expect it.
Is this your official Atlanta upset of the week?
Yeah, I mean, this would be yes, this is my official Atlanta upset of the week.
You get one Atlanta upset of the week per week.
Okay. Well, I'm going to choose to use it this week because
Atlanta's playing in the game.
Yeah.
Making it easier to use. Drake May, unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's third in the MVP voting right now. They've won 5 straight games. He proved last week against a Cleveland defense that is tremendous. Doesn't matter. I love Kayshon Boutte. I think he is absolutely a player that you can play every week right now. I think, you've got an injury situation with Ramondre. You can't trust Travion right now. I don't know if I'm messing around with those guys. The Falcons matchup would be a good one for a running back to have success. But
If Ramondre was out, I would
play Henderson.
I would start
and if he's
Henderson.
active and healthy and practices the rest of the week, I'm fine playing him,
Yeah.
Ramondre. I mean, you've had some duds and then you've had some pretty good games. So, Booty, yes. On the other side, Bijan, yes. Drake London, if he's healthy, of course. But you need to get Michael Penix Jr. back. And this is a tough matchup, tough situation. Patriots defense, 7th against quarterbacks, 2nd against running backs, 5th against wide receivers. Is there a world where you're, you said it's the Atlanta upset of the week. I mean, are you in on both wide receivers?
The wide receivers to me are
Mooney and London.
I'm not in on Mooney. If London is playing, I'm going to start him, but that's it. I've got to see something from Mooney. Obviously, last week it was Kirk Cousins, so you can forgive it, and I could see Mooney being just fine going forward. I certainly would not be dropping Mooney. If he was out there, I'd pick him up and stash him, but I'm watching and waiting to see what happens. This is going to be a litmus test.
Oh boy.
For I think for the Patriots.
Kyle Pitts was my start of the week and is my start of the week at tight end. It is a good matchup for tight ends and pretty much nothing else.
Yep.
Pitts or Kincaid? I would be Pitts on that one.
I think I'd play Kincaid.
Kelsey or Pitts? I'd probably stick with Kelsey on
I'd
that
go
one.
Kelsey.
Loveland or Pitts? I'd go Pitts for sure. Just for the safe floor. I'm guessing Mike will go.
I'll go Loveland there.
San Francisco's 5-3.
Wait, what's his first name?
Colston.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Catston. Catston.
You didn't think of it. If you would come up on the spot.
What about the great Catsby?
Huh. Not too bad.
I feel like we're into a third layer of the joke.
We should be in 0 layers. The 49ers are 5-3. The Giants are 2-6. The Vegas line, San Francisco on the road, -2.5. Over-unders 48.5. The 49ers barely arrived in Houston last week. Vegas knew something.
Yeah, they did.
They didn't go that direction here. The Giants 2-6. Jackson Dart, I'll start there. He has truly been very, very good considering how limited his weapons really are in this offense and how much he's having to do. You look at some rookie quarterbacks, like what I think they'll do with Tyler Shuck this week, which is try to manage him. Screen passes, short area targets. Jackson Dart's kind of been given the reins. It's like, figure out how to play football, chuck it down the field, do ridiculous things.
The team is on his back. It's like you have to go out and figure out how to win this game for us, which is
do it
crazy
with
for a
Wandale
rookie.
and no neighbors and now no Scattaboo, and do it with Tyrone Tracy. We had a big trade in our league. Somebody went after Tyrone Tracy this week. I don't know if my expectations for him are as high as this person's were.
Yeah, it's not a terrible matchup for him. I think Tyrone Tracy is a good start this week, personally.
Do you think he what's strange about him is he obviously started the year getting the majority of the opportunities, struggled. It was Washington. It was on the road. I get it. Do you think he is going to be better in this offense this year than he was for this offense last year? Or is it more of the same?
I think it'll be more of the same.
Which was what, RB2 category?
Yeah, if you want a reminder of what Tyrone Tracy did last year, in those games where he was solid, he was a running back too. You're talking, it was pretty much either 7 points or 14 points like every week. So looking at after the bye last week, 14 points, 7 points, 13.5, 16.5, 4 points, 14.9, 8.3, 7.6. It was like he's going to get the utilization to be good enough for fantasy football. Will he get a touchdown? That will make the difference on a really solid game or not. But
the two biggest start sits with him are Rico Dowdle or Tyrone Tracy, and Travis Etienne or Tyrone Tracy.
So I would go Travis
Etienne.
Etienne, Tyrone Tracy, Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, I think I can agree with that. And Darius Slayton is still on waiver wires. I don't think he should be.
He definitely should not be. I mean, he had a bomb touchdown last week with an egregious nonsensical flag that took it away. It happened. It wasn't theoretical or hypothetical. It was
ethereal or ephemeral.
It was just had that play counted, which it should have. Everybody, he would have been a top waiver wire pickup this week. Like, oh, they need a guy, the number one guy.
It is sort of Darius Slayton's career arc, is occasionally catching a bomb touchdown that makes us all jump in.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe get it before it happens.
I would. I'd pick him up if you got a spot.
Do you care about the tight ends at all in New York right now?
No.
I wish I did. I really
too.
want to care about Theo Johnson, but
It's just not good.
Do you care about the wide receivers in San Francisco right now?
Yeah. Someone is going to be valuable.
Who
whether
is
it's
it? Just tell me the future.
Jennings.
Okay. So far, one game this year as a top 40 wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not playing him.
You don't have to.
Are you?
I'll bet.
You're going to play him?
I'll bet you would play him if he was on your roster.
I mean, it's not been good. I mean, Brock Purdy, we're expecting him back.
Are we? Like, is that?
We've been expecting him back for 3 weeks.
Has there been an official?
No.
Anything?
Goodness, no.
Oh, okay.
But I'm expecting him back based on what I had looked at. It was basically, he's equivocating. Head coach Kyle Shanahan's talking about, it's early in the week. I don't see it as a long shot for him to play. That's kind of the language. So
He is a dirty liar, though.
I don't feel like they're favored 2.5 without him.
Let's see.
Yeah, they
19
might be.
hours ago, we have video, and the quote is, Brock Purdy is moving really good out there for being, quote, limited. That's a speculation from a
speculation.
It was going to be speculative.
Yeah, I mean,
And then we changed
McCaffrey,
words.
you play, and Kittle, you play, but I don't have the conviction you do to choose one of these wide receivers to succeed.
Well, the wide receiver I want is George Kittle, and I would be thrilled to have him in my lineup.
Yeah, but that's cheating.
Wait, that tweet was 19 hours ago. Now from the same account, 51 minutes ago.
Okay,
Update, Brock Purdy and Ricky Pierce are all trending to be out this week.
great.
That escalated real fast.
So it would be Mac Jones?
It would be.
Does that mean it's Kendrick Bourne?
Yeah, it could be.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree with you. Don't start
Kendrick Bourne
don't
the last
start a wide receiver.
the Kendrick Bourne the last 2 weeks with Mac Jones was awful.
5 receptions over the last 2 weeks,
Yeah,
I
you
think.
just this is what I'm saying. Just freaking Ricky
George
Pearsall.
Kittle.
Ricky Pearsall is
Oh, dude.
he is very
Ricky
close to
Pearsall
being out
needs
as
to get back.
he's close to being out as long as he was out when he got shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's missed a lot of games.
Which was he's a PCL, right?
It also makes you realize, like watching this offense makes you realize how he is their
He's
their
gonna be
number
great.
one. He will be very good. If that's a guy that you could trade for, stash, pick up off waivers if you don't have an IR league and he's just been sitting out there, at some point, this is still a long season ahead of us. He will come in and make an impact. When he went down to injury, he was he leading the league in receiving
Yeah,
yards?
he was dominating.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the long game with him. I mean, he was brought up on the second half sleeper list, but it was you just don't know when he's really coming back. He has been trending the wrong direction for too long. By the way, a couple of injury updates to follow up on. Nico Collins was seen participating in practice again on Thursday. Seems like he'll be back from the concussion and should clear protocol if all goes well today.
That's nice.
Very much so. That was Fantasy Forecast presented by Prize Picks, as always. Join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Use the code Footballers and get $50 in lineups when you play $5. One more reminder, we're giving you a free autographed James Cook jersey, a little listener giveaway at footclangiveaway.com. Free to enter. Head over there, footclangiveaway.com. Get yourself some entries into a signed James Cook autographed jersey giveaway.
And if you made it this far into the show, just a tiny little nugget here. Joe Flacco is in uniform for practice today. He did not practice yesterday.
Full uniform or just the top?
Charlie Goldsmith does not specify.
Does he
Okay.
say what kind of uniform? Is he in a
Not-
sailor's
Not
outfit?
Donald
or?
Duckin?
I can read it to you verbatim, the tweet, if you want me to.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want
Okay.
that
No,
at all.
we like speculating.
Okay.
Speculate, lady. We will be back. We'll be back.
That's what you get.
Oh, self-dome.
That's what talking's hard.
We will be back tomorrow. And guess
Oh.
what tomorrow is?
Oh, my gosh. What?
It's Halloween.
Tomorrow's Halloween?
Yeah, tomorrow's Halloween. So make sure you do not miss. It is a good opportunity to join us on YouTube on Halloween, generally. YouTube.com/thefantasyfootballers. And, yeah, enjoy the football tonight. Enjoy Lamar Jackson back.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.